What's up, Colin? Just recording this first audit that I'm going to be sending over to you. I'll be doing 3 per week. And here's the first one. So you sent me your page, and I'm just going to go through the first things we see, after I've done over 500 landing pages for clients. Here are the things that I would potentially test or improve right away. So the first thing that meets the eye is a lot of content and a bit of overwhelm. So what I would do is I would test a elimination test, basically meaning that I would test removing a lot of things from this page. It is quite overwhelming with a headline, reviews, before and after, then there's some text, then there's more text, benefits, and then there's a bit more. Then there's a button, and then there are again more things here. So it's something that makes people feel uncomfortable because it's a lot of information, so it's a lot of things to read. And if you're coming from social media traffic, you have so little time to consider whether you want to do something or not. So I would definitely test removing a lot. That could be smaller, like shorter headline, maybe removing this or making it smaller, and then also again potentially using icons, and then maybe only using the bolded text and not all this extra stuff, and then maybe also removing this as well. And this get your fart filtering underwear. I love that you use sort of what the product is, but I think a lot of people will sort of not click the button because it doesn't look very clickable. So I would make it stand out even more because you use this accent, this color here, 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 and here. So I would try to make it stand out a little bit more, and potentially try different CTA buttons. So maybe try different wording as well, something shorter, something that get it a little bit shorter, so it's easy to digest as well. The second thing that really comes to mind is that there's only one image here, before and after, right? So it smells and it doesn't smell. So I would like to have maybe potentially tested a gallery. For example, this button here, is it even clickable? So yeah, I just realized that now. Like, that's because it's so difficult to see the buttons. So I would make sure to have little thumbnails of all the images. And actually, yeah, now I just realized there are thumbnails here. They're just so difficult to see. So that needs to be fixed, and that would really make a big difference. Down here, instead of having all this content, I would have a video that plays, and you can have videos that have a movable thumbnail, so it looks like it's playing, but you have to click it for it to play more than 3-4 seconds. You can use Wistia for that. That usually gets amazing results. You want an explainer video down here that shows, a model or someone using it, how it's different, how it works, the technology and all that, because people love to consume by watching things. They don't really want to read. And that's the main thing. Your page is very cluttered right now. It can definitely be improved. We have done a lot of A/B tests with these icons here as well, like different, trust and credibility things. And so I think what we've seen is that they only work if you can back up, the claim, so you can actually reference a little quote from all these sources. Otherwise, we haven't seen zero uplift. So, and that's because it's been abused and overused. So that's what we're seeing, and that really is important here. I also want to make sure, because the main thing for a good landing page to work is that you need to have an irresistible offer. You need to get people something they really want. So fart filtering underwear, let's purify the world together. I'm not sure if people want to purify the world together. So the premise here is that people want to do that, and I don't think that is the right thing to focus on here. I would focus more on the fact that the discomfort of the smell and sort of the embarrassment that it can lead to. So I would focus on different things here that triggers more emotions, because I don't think anyone wants to purify the world. So I think I would rewrite that call to action, and remember that less is more. So if you took this away and you made this one a bit more powerful, I think it would really resonate. People understand that quality products needs less wording, less explanation, and this is just so much stuff that people get overwhelmed. So here you got a bit of explanation again, and you got the signs and so on. I don't mind this. I would like to see these icons here and maybe even this stuff moved up under the video. So you'll get the video here, you'll move all this We might even remove this completely, and then we'll have the icons as far up as possible. I want almost the icons to be here instead of this as seen as. It's going to be way more powerful, because these are great things. I know that it's based in the US. I know it's a family company. You'll get Audit free, stretchy fit. These are things that actually make sense. So I would definitely move that up. That would help you quite a lot. I love to see a founder's story. I love to see a video about the people behind it. That's trust and credibility. So that's something you definitely want. Then a huge thing that really, really is an issue right now is that you don't have any user-generated content of people that are basically wearing it and loving it and telling people about it. So you will want that, because these could easily have been faked, right? I'm sure they're real customers, but verified buyer means nothing to people that are reading it, because it doesn't look real, right? Basically, so you will want real testimonials of people. That's super, super vital, and that's something you can fix as soon as possible. And that you should see a massive lift. So this is okay here. Then you got trusted by a health expert. This would have been so much more powerful if there was an actual video of them giving their testimonial about what is good about it. And even if you could link to their LinkedIn or whatever, like more proof that they are who you say they are on this picture, because again, it's easily faked. Tailored styles, and so there's a lot of content. I feel like this page could be a little bit shorter. I think it's a lot of information. Then we got some UGC here, but it's not video. That's definitely nice. I would move that up closer to the top of the page, because it's what people want to see before they even dive deep into it. Then hurry, this deal ends soon. I don't think that's believable with just that. It just seems like you're really pushing it. So if you want this deal to end soon, you should have an actual date when the deal ends, and so make it more believable, right? And the scarcity needs to be important. And I think you could add even more trust if you say why it ends soon. For example, that is a limited quantity, that you have low stock. How much stock do you have left? Based on sales statistics, how soon are we going to run out? And then you do a countdown based on that. That will add so much more value. So that's something you should do. Then this area, I think, it's going to cause, again, overwhelm, and then it's going to release cortisol. So I think here it's important to narrow it down. I would have one bundle for men, one bundle for women, to make it so much easier for them to understand what they want to buy. And then what you will do is when they click order, then there will be a pop-up that will ask them if they want a bigger bundle, and then showing them how much to save. So basically they're presented just men's and women's, and they click, and then they get the upsell for a bigger bundle. And you can also upsell that in the cart and checkout. So you have many opportunities to get them to the bigger bundle, right? The FAQ, I don't like these edges here. It just looks a little bit too simple. I don't know if you really, really need it, but I would like to redesign it as well. Just make it a little bit nicer. You got the CTA button down here, but I think a lot of people will miss it and not click on it. So you just redesign it and make it pop more, and potentially make it stand out a bit. So I'd see if I could do something to get it to look nicer. If you click order now, you go to this cart page, which I don't think is super good. I think it could be a lot better, in the sense that I don't even think you should put them to the cart. I think this should go straight to checkout, basically, because this is just one more click they have to go through in order to get to the checkout. And you'll lose people here, basically, right? So definitely think you should click. You should make sure that they get to the next level. You could do a lot of things at the cart to upsell stuff. Again, show them the bigger bundle, trust and credibility, things that you hold their hand throughout. And you also show them that there's no shipping fees and all that stuff. So that's really important. At checkout, Shopify is rolling out one-click checkout, so you could also improve that quite a bit, where basically it checks out way, way faster. You don't need to put all this information in. We've seen conversion rates skyrocket by 50% with one-click checkout. And if you're not able to use one-click checkout, you could also use, I think it's called Funnelish. You could check them out as well. So basically what Funnelish allows you to do, we try this with clients, is that you can tailor a custom checkout for a specific landing page only, and all your other customers will still see the normal Shopify checkout. That means you can tailor that checkout with relevant upsells, and you can really tailor the journey as well. We've seen massive improvements with these kind of things. It's really, really helping. So what you can do is you can create landing pages, checkouts, upsells, downsells, confirmation pages, and there's an opportunity to upsell throughout every stage. It's super fast and other things like that. So definitely recommend try to hook this up to your landing page and try some of these changes that I just given you now. And I think you're going to see some really, really amazing results. Honestly, you could probably double your conversion rate if you fix all these things. So that was just it for now. Hopefully that was useful. I'll be doing 3 of these per week. Let me know if you have other questions, and yeah, speak soon.